Hi, this is Ginger Cook. The tip today is how to make a very smooth transition with your paint. A lot of people complain that when they paint with acrylics, it's very hard to get the blending because they dry very quickly. But I'm going to show you a simple trick to do it. This is an example of a painting I did some time ago. It was actually very large. It was like 24 by 48 inches tall. But you'll notice in the water that it goes from light to dark in a very, very smooth transition. And this is the trick I want you to do. Sometimes you're more likely to want to do this in a sky, say something like this, where you start with the dark, it starts dark up here and it gradually gets lighter. And you do this differently than you'd think. So let's just take a moment and explore the very fastest and easiest way to do that. And I'm just going to tear off a little piece of canvas here from my linen canvas here on a tablet like that and put it down. Move all this out of the way. This is so fast, this is so easy, you guys are going to love it. Start off, you can have a wet brush, but make sure it's nice and clean and you don't have any white paint on it. And if that's the trick. Start off with it can be damp, but no white paint on it, because you want to go from dark to light. Alright, so here's my palette. I've got some different blues on here. I think for the case of this, we'll just take some phthalo blue, and I'm going to notice I'm doing both sides of the brush with blue. Now I'm going to start at the top of the canvas, and I'm going to paint all the way across it like this with this dark blue. This is PHALO, phthalo blue. Alright, now I'm going down about, I don't know, inch and a half, couple inches like that. Maybe, 2 fingers? Okay, so now, one of the things when you're trying to do a smooth transition is make sure you're going all the way across the canvas like this. This is real important. Don't stop in the middle, you'll get a mark. Make sure that you're going all the way across. If you must stop in the middle, lift up like an airplane that's taking off a runway. Just lift the brush up very gently. Alright, now, you want to have a gradated look like this, right? So how are we going to get that? Well, I'm not going to rinse the brush. I've got quite a bit of paint on it. I'm just going to take some white paint like this. See that? A little bit of white paint. And I'm going to skip down about 2 fingers worth and start over here like this. Now look what's happened. And I'm going to mix that paint on the canvas. Do you see what I'm doing? And I'm going to start creeping up till I get to this line. Now this is where people get confused, because now you've got a light blue line and a dark blue line. But what I want you to do is overlap these lines. Now I'm pushing pretty hard, so I'm starting to blend in these lines. Do you see that? Now, just like that. You see how this line now blends in to there. Now, if you go up too far, you'll lose the whole thing. So you've got to stop about there and then very lightly just blend that top line together. Barely touch it now once you've got it established. Now suppose that you want a little bit more, a little bit lighter than that, alright? So I actually put some paint on there that I didn't want. So now I'm going to take a little bit of white paint like this, and I'm going to start right here over that dark spot I didn't want, okay? Like that. And I'm going to lighten this up. Now watch. I'm going to lighten this up all the way across like this, always overlapping. And you see how it's lightening up. Now if you've got a line, like for instance here, we've got a line, for me, this would bother me, between here and here. So what you do is you take a clean terry cloth rag, towel, not a paper towel, and pinch all the paint off your brush like that. Just pinch it off like this. See this? Pinch it off, wipe it off. Now, overlap those 2 lines very gently. Just overlap it. Come across and overlap. Now you've got this beautiful blended sky between dark and light. Now you could go down one more time. Brush has been wiped off, but it hasn't been washed. So you still actually have paint on this, and you know you do if you've ever tried washing one of these. So here's some white paint. See what we did here? Now I'm going to skip down here a little bit. Let's see, I think we messed up there. Alright, so skip down here a little bit and pull some white paint right here. But now remember, your brush is dirty, so it's not really white paint, is it? Even though that's all you got was white paint. Now when you come up to here, do you see how this is all blending in beautifully? Do you see how it's lighter? Do you see how your sky gets lighter? And again, if there's a line you don't like for instance here, wipe all the paint off the brush like this, then very gently go over the top of this and smooth it out. all the way across, bring it down. Practice this a little bit. Get in the habit of figuring out how to do a lighter sky. Do you see that? And that's a very nice way to get gradation. It could be an ocean, could be a sky, very gently, just sort of overlap like this, always overlapping what you're doing, and you've got it lighter. And I could do it one more time. I'm going to go down one more time with this. Here's white on the bottom of here. The brush is dirty. I'm going to overlap that. Don't have to even go very far. You see it's getting lighter and lighter as we go down. Do you see that? Do you see how that's working? So anyway, that's the trick. That's how you do it. Have fun with this. Look for weekly tips from me, because I'm going to start putting these up on YouTube weekly. And also, if you're interested in more advanced art lessons, check out Ginger Cook Live, where I have a video library of over 100 lessons that are accessible to my subscribers. So thanks for watching. This is Ginger, signing off. Bye-bye.